Hello, everyone. Welcome to Max's Fearless Youth, where we prevent substance abuse and suicide through the arts. My name is Liam,
Hi, I'm Cosmo.
and this is our guest, Tracy.
Hi,
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm a artist. I've was living in New York City from 2007
Hmm.
until 2019 when I moved up to Kingston. Um, and I had gone through a divorce 2018 and uh, came up here. I had family and friends in the area, and my brother to
Hmm.
talk about uh, art and healing.
Hmm.
My brother lived up in Gilboa, New York, which is up in
Hmm.
the Catskills, um, with his wife, and he had he has three grown children who
Hmm.
were out of the house, and my brother had been suffering from depression, and he took his life on March 27th in 2017.
Hmm.
And, I was living in Staten Island at the time,
Hmm.
and, um, you know, thoroughly devastated
Yeah.
because I was very close with my brother. And we had
Hmm.
one other sibling, my sister, my younger sister, who is the one that told me. But I have always been an artist.
Hmm.
I um, was doing decorative art and
Hmm.
working in the city. Um, and I found a lot of uh, help and healing through um, my family and friends, but
Hmm.
also my niece had told me about a book. It was a story by a woman whose daughter was just 17 when she took her own life, and the daughter was an artist,
Hmm.
and the mother um, just kind of took over the daughter's studio, which was in their basement,
Hmm.
and started collaging as a way of healing. And after reading that and um, taking up that practice, I found it very therapeutic and
Hmm.
just,
Yeah.
and also in just how she said to just, just sort of tear things and,
Mhm.
um, just kind of get out your feelings of, grief, anger,
Yeah.
frustration. And it was just so helpful to me because it was something I could do that, I didn't have to show anyone or didn't have to go anywhere, but also being a very visual person, it was really
Hmm.
helpful for me to um, express that visually.
Hmm.
And it's funny because before coming here, I found I'd created an album where I'd done some of these collages specifically relating to my brother's suicide. And, it's quite powerful, but
Hmm.
it's also like, whoa, because
Yeah.
to me, it was almost like a visual scream to like,
Hmm.
tear and put, uh, images that related to you know, how intense it was.
Right.
And um, the other thing that since I've lived up here, really number one for me is to get out in nature,
Hmm. Yeah.
walking and hiking.
Hmm.
And I'll go down to the river, I'll get up into the mountains or the reservoirs. And I do a lot of photography with my
Photography.
just with my my phone, but
Yeah.
um, I find just having something that's so immediate like that.
Right. Yeah. Well, first off, I'm very sorry for your brother's loss. I actually have a sister who right now is dealing with suicide. She is very suicidal. Fortunately, she hasn't done it yet, but you know, every day, every night, it
Yeah.
taunts me to think that one day she'll just do it. Um,
It's intense to
yeah,
see somebody going through that. And, hopefully we never have to experience that kind of pain. But
yeah.
to have seen my brother, um, and it really was a pretty quick period of time in which he suffered from really severe depression. It was only about 9 months before.
Hmm.
And with him, it was a lot of physical things. He was on a lot of medication because he'd had heart issues. And
Hmm.
I know there was, a lot of that contributed to what he was going through, but he was, it was just such a shift and
Hmm.
almost just, it was so strange to not even recognize,
Right.
when they're in that place.
Yeah.
Um, but I've also met other people. Um, this man whose name is John Sales,
Hmm.
who uh, walks,
Walks.
and he was in a very suicidal place, and that helped him
Hmm.
to shift. Like he
Yeah.
found that, and now he does that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just that giving them support, letting them know
Yeah.
um,
They
they
can.
have someone to talk to,
Right.
or I mean, not to feel like it's hard. It's
Hmm.
hard for us to know what to do.
Yeah, because you.
Could you speak about the type of art that comes from a tragedy such as this?
Sure. Painting for me. Um, I like to work in oil paints, watercolor, um, and yeah, even doing paintings. I sort of was doing a series probably around that time of
Hmm.
um, flowers, but very sort of enlarged, and they had a very surrealistic sort of depth to them in a way.
Hmm.
Um, and just for me too, because of going through so much, I had sort of two tragedies. I was the grief of
Hmm.
going through. I mean, I'd been married for I think like 22 years
Yeah.
Hmm.
and together like 24 when going through that divorce, and then losing my brother, being creative and being around other people creating,
Yeah.
is definitely really helpful.
Um,
How did art help you stay connected to your brother and the memory of him?
Yeah. Well, with my brother, um, right off the bat, we always had a very close connection through music.
okay.
He was my older brother by 2 years.
Hmm.
He was the one that introduced me to all
It's
music
all
growing
music
up,
stuff.
you know. So absolutely through music. And um, just certain things would come on and I'm like, okay, I just, it was totally a feeling of connection with my brother.
To sort of close this off, I was wondering what would be some advice that you'd give someone who is going through the same sort of grief that you had went through.
I mean, don't be afraid to talk about them
Yeah.
um and do for yourself, like um,
Hmm.
whatever is your form of expression.
Yeah.
Um, writing. I mean, you could
Yeah, of
just
course.
write whatever,
Hmm.
just um, allow yourself that, you
Hmm.
can just write whatever you want, or like I said, collaging where you just put it out there, but it can be just for yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, just community.
Yep.
I'm
That's the
grateful
big thing.
for friends, family, and community. Yeah.
Hmm. And then a message to the audience at home, just remember that you're not alone. Your friends, your family are all there for you, and even communities that you find online, just remember that you're not alone in this. So we hope you guys enjoyed. This is our guest Tracy. Thank you so much for coming on our
Thank you.
show,
Thanks.
and we'll see you guys in the next episode.